It's me again, Thomas. You know, over the last year here at U of H, many people have said to me, Thomas, your paintings are amazing. The squares and the colors, I just can't wrap my head around it. How do you do it? And so today, I decided to do this video to show everybody just a couple of my little secrets that I use here and there whenever I draw my squares. So, to get started, you have to have a piece of wood, piece of paper, something like that. I found this bad boy in a dumpster. Wood is very cheap there. That's the main reason I like it. So, you don't have to get yours from a dumpster. Art stores also sell all of this stuff if you have more money than I do because you're not an artist. So, I have my artist gesso here, just really cheap white paint. I have a cheap brush that doesn't work great because I've had it for like 17 years. So, I'm just going to quickly apply a layer of the gesso just to get started. It makes it easier to paint and draw things on there. So, get it nice and thick on the brush. So that was actually 2 coats. It took 2 coats to cover it pretty well. You don't really have to get these edges super perfect. You don't have to worry about it being a flat coat or anything. It's all going to get covered up by all sorts of different colors of paint. So no pressure if you're a little sloppy. I'm always a little bit sloppy at this point because I'm just always a little bit sloppy in general. But all that so far is just, normal artist tricks. What I haven't told you about is my very special relationship with, let's call them the square gods, the pixel gods, pixies. You can call them really, there's no exact name for them, but they're gods of squares. They enjoy squares a lot, and they love it when you draw lots and lots of squares for them. So, I'm going to get started drawing the grid on this guy, and I'm only going to do one direction at first, and I'll go into why that is in a second. But for now, you just have to sacrifice that time to them. I'm using a Sharpie here for your sake, so that you can see the grid a little bit better. I usually use a pencil, but it's all getting covered up, like I said. So it's not, it's freestyle here. Just important part is to get the grid. It's starting to come together a little bit. My favorite thing about them in this state is they look almost identical to those peanut butter bars. It's like candy, like cheap candy, little bitty guys. Probably something only your grandma has ever really had as candy, but they're actually some of my favorite candies, and they look just like this, just little white bars with little bitty stripes on them. They're adorable. Anyway, so what I'm going to show you now is, if you notice, I haven't actually drawn any squares. I'm about to, though. I'm about to do many, many squares all at once, and another little detail is the pixel gods, they like it when you draw squares, but they really, really like it whenever you draw a lot of squares in like one motion, when you do it in style, you know? So I have set up this grid now to where it'll be real easy for me to make like 24 squares in one line, and that's 24 square combo is pretty high. I don't know if you know. Of course you don't. But yeah, I mean, don't take my word for it. We're about to get into this, so you're gonna see here. This is where the magic starts. I'm getting excited. Just line those up on the ticks, and here we go. 24 square combo. Oh, yeah. You hear that? That's how you know you do it really good. So, let's go for another line. See if we can do a 48 square combo. No, I'm just kidding, it doesn't count if you do it in 2 lines. It's just 2 24 square combos. Alright. That was another really good one. As you can see already, like, this is very different from any painting you've ever done before. Paintings usually do not do that. It takes a lot of dedication and a lot of sacrifice to get on these guys' good side. Yeah. It feels good every time you do that. Oh, oops, yeah, well, and that happens sometimes too, you know, you don't get the line just right. You gotta be real careful, because you probably can't tell from over there, but some of these ones, these are not squares. These are actually rectangles. And you don't get, you get some points for rectangles. You don't get as many points as a square, but you get some points for rectangles. They're okay with rectangles, but you really ideally want to get all squares. So let's try. I'm going to be a little more careful with this one. And, oh yeah. And I'm going to try to start doing them with a little more style, because you get style. They really appreciate style points. So. So yeah, that's a misconception a lot of people have about my work, is that, you know, they don't realize I don't really paint these paintings as much as I feel like they're kind of gifted to me by these pixel gods, and you might see what I'm talking about here in a minute. There's a little more oomph on this one too, for style. Whoa! Did you guys see that? And that's exactly what I'm talking about when I say that I don't really make these. They are, damn, so they're just given to me in like a complete package. You sacrifice that time and you draw those squares for them, and they reward you, man. Can you believe this? This is the best one yet.